Hi, Kim.
Hi, Sue.
Welcome to Wait There's More, Get the Skinny with Sue and Kim. This is our episode 9. Wow.
Woo!
Woohoo. Today's topic is carbonated beverages and alcohol issues after surgery. Or could it even be after weight loss?
Yeah, any weight loss. There are some things super specific to the surgery, but I think the better way to put it is just after weight loss, because I think it really
Yeah.
needs to be talked about.
Yeah, obviously, I feel when people lose weight, whether it's surgery or just doing it on their own, if you're making healthy choices, that should include carbonated beverages and alcohol. Um, After surgery or significant weight loss, your digestive system changes. You have a smaller stomach. After surgery, you're slower emptying and greater sensitivity to bloating and stretching that stomach right back out. Um, Reasons why we should avoid is gas expansion and discomfort. Carbonation releases the CO2 in your stomach, and it can cause really painful bloating and pressure and even stretch your pouch or sleeve over time. I mean, I don't know how you feel if you had accidentally or maybe tried to sip on a carbonated drink after surgery. And I can tell you from experience, for me, one time my husband made me a mixed drink, and it had that cranberry Sprite mixed in with it, and he didn't realize. But that
Hmm.
I took one sip, and that's all she wrote. My stomach blew up like it was going to. All I needed was a little needle and to pop it, to release
Little
all that pressure. It
aspiration.
was terrible. Have
Yeah,
you had that experience at all?
I dabbled. I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. And at the time, I did not know about the stretching. That was the
Yeah.
scariest thing for me. In one of my follow-up visits with my surgeon, I'm like, "What's the deal with soda? Why can't I have it?" And he said, "It's the carbonation. It'll potentially stretch your
Yeah.
stomach back out." So I was like, "Nope, that's reason enough for me." Aside from the fact that, I'll just steal a sip of someone's Dr. Pepper, and I'm like, "Why did I just do that? It does not feel right going down."
Yes.
Um, yeah, anybody that's been post surgery, I don't think anybody just having drastic weight loss would feel the same. I think the carbonation is probably super specific to the sleeve or the bypass.
Yeah.
I know my mom and my sister never gone back to soda
Yeah.
um, over the years, and I can honestly say, aside from just a sip to say what if, yeah, I'm definitely 2.5 years out from anything carbonated. I think I've had some mixed drinks that had it in it, and I was like, "Whoops! Oh, now it's
Yeah.
not flat; it's bubbly. Let's pass that
Yeah.
off to someone." So, yeah, I don't want to suffer the consequences on that.
Yeah. I feel that when I hear the word stomach stretching, it kind of scares me. And I
Mm,
and I look at some of the gastric sleeve groups that I belong to, and I see these women like 2 or 3 or 4 days out of surgery, like wanting to have that carbonated drink. And I'm just at like, why are you having this surgery? Why did you have this done to yourself if you want to go back to the reason why you got there? And I was a 12, I probably drank a case of Diet Coke a day. I was never a coffee drinker or a tea drinker. I was a Diet Coke drinker. And I would roll through that McDonald's first thing in the morning and get my super size 69-cent Diet Coke and go off to work every morning. And, you know, throughout the day, that's all I would drink. And I went like cold turkey after surgery to not ever having a carbonated drink until that one time my husband put that in that mixed drink, and that was all she wrote. And after that feeling, I never wanted that feeling again. But yeah, it's crazy. And the other thing, even for people who have lost a lot of weight, regular sodas are loaded with sugar. Even the diet versions can trigger cravings due to they got a lot of artificial sweeteners in it. Plus, it's not ideal for sensitive, obviously post-surgery stomachs, but for those that have lost a significant amount of weight, it's a ton of sugar that you're trying to avoid.
Yeah. Yeah. And the sugars, like you said, it's not just, oh, I'm just trying to cut out sugar. Um, it causes the dumping syndrome.
Yes.
Um, so, if you're going to get nauseous or have dizziness or vomiting from, just craving that, so I think that would just turn me off right away. But it's unnecessary calories that provide no nutritional value, and they can just totally counteract your weight loss efforts. Any sugar, but the sugar in soda.
Yeah.
But you were saying also even zero sugar sodas trigger other
Yes.
things.
Yes. 0-calorie sodas and sparkling waters may cause issues. Just like pay attention to how your body reacts to it.
Yeah.
Because 0-calorie, yeah. Uh, 0-calorie. How does it get to be 0 calorie?
Exactly. Yeah. That's a tough one. It's like we all know, but we don't want to know.
Yes.
Um, and my weakness is caffeine, and I don't even want to ask you this question. What did you find on caffeine?
Yes. They can, a lot of carbonated and caffeine drinks, it's like pulling water from your system instead of hydrating it.
Yeah, I know. Referring back to my esthetician days, I would always tell my clients 1 cup of caffeine depletes 4 cups of water. And with us after sleeve, as you all know, it's really hard to drink all that water. Um, it's just kind of like an overwhelming amount of liquid going into a very small space.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to do is deplete 4 glasses of water, but I do it. I love my coffee in the morning. So I just drink another shameless plug Stanley and add that to my list. Where I was drinking 4, now I'm drinking 5 because I want
Extra
my coffee in the
coffee.
morning.
That extra energy boost.
Yeah, I mean everything has its
Yeah.
good and it's bad, right?
Yeah.
You're getting a little energy boost, and then I just know if I'm putting bad in, what can I do to make sure good comes out? So
Yeah.
that's my extra
Yeah.
jug of water.
Saying like you can never have a soda. I would prefer, because I put all this work into, having the surgery and working so hard to maintain the weight loss. Like I choose not to drink soda. I don't ever, and I'm not, even when people have weight loss, maybe they're just maintaining, they're not drinking 12 cans of soda a day or a case a day. Maybe they're just having one or two, cans or bottles of soda a day. And that's okay. Like if you've weaned yourself down to that, that's great. But for those that have had the surgery, I would really work hard at changing your mindset not to have it. I know water's boring, but there's other ways you can get around the water. I choose now, like if I want something sweet, instead of having something like diet or, you know, fake sugar or whatever, I just drink regular like lemonade when I want that sweet taste. I drink that simply lemonade when I want something sweet, just something different than the water. Or I might add some fruit to my water or lemon just to make it tolerable. Over the years, I've learned to drink water. When you first have surgery, if you were never a water drinker to begin with, that's a hard adjustment to
Yeah.
make.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I found I can't even drink straight juice. I have
Right.
the no sugar added grapefruit juice and cranberry juice that we keep in the house for like mixers, I have to go like 3 parts water to 1 part juice to even really be able to drink it, but it's just enough flavor. Even lemonade I'll water down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, still give yourself grace. I think that's a great point, Sue, with the soda. Um, nobody, this is all just experience advice,
Yeah.
swapping stories, so to speak. Um, if, obviously coffee is just probably never going to leave my diet. And we're not saying cut soda out,
Yeah.
per se. I mean, what works for you, if you can say, I used to drink 12 cans a day and I only drink one, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I,
That's
I
a win.
yeah, it's a win. I love that for you. Where I'm going to say I used to drink a pot of coffee and I'm probably down to 2 cups unless I treat myself to like a specialty coffee shop coffee. So,
That
Dunkin',
$7
Starbucks.
Starbucks coffee.
Hmm. Yeah, and because there's just something about somebody else making it for you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like Al making you the mixed drink,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know, Jim makes me a salad. It's just a salad, but it tastes so good because I
Yeah.
didn't have to do it.
That's right.
Um, yeah. So yeah, sometimes I just have to run through the drive-through and have that third cup, but it's still a win because I really was a big coffee drinker. And let's segue that into alcohol. Were you
God.
ever a big alcohol drinker?
No,
Me either.
I think
I
it's
mean,
because I used
excluding
to be
college. Let's
married.
not talk about
I used
college.
to be married in my previous life to an alcoholic, so I was never one.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Even after weight loss, your body's metabolism, it changes or changes how your body metabolizes alcohol. It's you absorb it a lot faster, and you'll feel the effects of it sooner than later.
I can speak to that for sure. I have, and I don't do it a lot. I mean, every time you go to the doctor and they say, how many drinks do you have per month and all that, I'm like, point 0.5. I probably maybe treat myself because I think I forget how I felt the last time. So I'm like, sure, I'll have a drink. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, the first time I want to say it was like 6 months out from surgery. And I'm just like a gin and tonic, cranberry vodka girl, nothing big.
Yeah.
Um, and I got tipsy literally in 3 sips. My face turned red. I was so tipsy. Everybody was laughing at me. I'm like, this is weird. Like, what did someone slip me a roofie or something? Like, why? But and I had no idea. I was metabolizing it so fast. The other side of that, though, you have to be prepared for it, is then I get a headache.
Yeah.
My body just responds that way. So I noticed that I can get drunk and then I get just as quickly tipsy. I get completely 100% sober. Like it just leaves. I don't
Yeah.
know how. It's like magic. And then I get like a little mini hangover with the headache all in one night. I can do that. I can have a drink at 7 o'clock and be totally sober, hungover, and back to normal before midnight.
Yeah.
It is the weirdest thing.
Yeah. And why to limit or avoid it is, it does cause rapid intoxication. Um, with smaller stomachs, especially those that have the surgery, alcohol enters your bloodstream quicker, and one drink can feel like three all of a sudden.
Hmm.
A lot of times, and we do occasionally drink alcohol. I am a margarita connoisseur, and I also love my wine. But I don't love my wine enough to drink a whole bottle, obviously.
Yeah.
I will have a glass. I get constantly teased by my husband when he's asking me, "Are you babysitting that?" Because I'm not, I'm sipping. And I'm
Yeah.
not, and I may take what used to take me, 15 minutes maybe to have a glass, might take me an hour now. And
Yeah.
I always get constantly, oh, are you babysitting that? And I'm just like, no, I just don't drink it fast. Like I'm not supposed to drink it fast, you know?
I think
So,
that's an old Marine mentality too. They had to drink fast and
yes,
drink a lot, and they were always under
yes,
that pressure. So yeah,
yes.
why would you leave your drink sit around? Are you crazy?
And besides the fact one of us has to be sober, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how do
I'm the
we do it?
eternal designated driver in my family.
Yeah. And I don't really think like I can drink, obviously you can't drink like you used to, or at least I know I can't. And probably after two, I'm feeling pretty good
Hmm.
and probably ready for bed.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, alcohol obviously has empty calories. Offers zero nutritional benefits, but it's high on calorie density, and it slows fat metabolism and can easily stall your progress.
Yeah, I
So
think you were
don't be
saying
surprised if
too.
you got on a scale in the morning and you lost like 8 pounds, and then you had like a couple glasses of wine or, margarita or a couple beers, and you wake up the next morning and that 8 pounds is back on and then some, you know,
That could be why. Yeah. Yeah.
that's,
So
go
did you
ahead.
find I Googled like we what would be good to drink then, aside from our little treats.
Yes.
So in my research, I found green tea was a good replacement, and coconut water. And coconut water has fiber. So
Yeah.
that's another little supplemental thing. My husband drinks it every day. I do not. Can you stomach coconut water? It has a
No,
weird taste for me. Okay.
no.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's the hard part with all this too is you get this recommendation of like salmon or coconut water, and it's not hitting your palate right. So, as if we didn't have busy lives and all of these things getting in the way of this wonderful thing we did for ourselves, then it's the challenge of even if we like it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Apple cider vinegar. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Prebiotic and
These are
probiotic. Boy,
more
we do.
electrolyte infused drinks that are sugar free, helps you stay hydrated.
Like a Gatorade or something else?
Um, a Gatorade, or they have Gatorade has an electrolyte drink now.
I think they're putting it in regular purified drinking water too. The
Yeah.
fancy waters.
Yes. Yes.
I got
Yes.
I ordered Ancient Nutrition. It's a multi-collagen, specifically hydrate,
Uh huh.
and it took me back. I thought it was a pill, and it came in this big jug of powder.
Hmm.
And it's great, but I could not. The taste is just. It reminded me of all of the hydrating electrolyte protein drinks we were trying to drink right after surgery.
Yes.
I just, I mean, aside, I should have known it says collagen, that it was just going to have like a weird texture. I have to
Yeah.
find a way to get that into a smoothie because I really
Yeah.
want that extra hydration. It had a
Yeah.
lot of, maybe I'll snap a screenshot of that label and put it in the comments just to see what everybody thinks. But, um, here we are just making it, another effort of I want to keep going. I want to keep it off. I want my maintenance to go well. I want to
Yep.
be successfully healthy. And I think I'm doing this great thing. It tastes awful. So stay tuned
Yeah.
for
I,
that
I wish
one.
you could get it in the smoothie.
Yeah, I think it's berry flavored. So I kind of like my smoothies to be more like chocolate peanut butter. So I'll have
Yeah.
to find a fruit smoothie that blends well with that berry flavor. But
Yeah.
yeah, any
Yeah.
tips and tricks on that, audience? Help me out.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
I'm I'm on the same road you are. We are just trying to get hydrated. I think
Yeah.
that's the big
Yeah.
takeaway from the
And also,
beverage
like, I
talk.
didn't know this either. Like after surgery, or maybe in general, is to wait 30 minutes to to after you eat to drink
Oh,
water. So you're
I'm
not,
so glad you brought that up. What was you had read something to me about that?
yeah, like for after surgery to stay hydrated, to wait 30 minutes after you eat to drink water, so you're not pushing the food through so fast, like through your system. And I was
Ah,
like, I found that interesting, and it's probably something you could do like as part of a routine, because obviously after surgery, I still can't eat a full meal. And
no.
this is like 16 years later.
Hmm.
I get full and, maybe I wait 30 minutes to like push the water, in.
Yeah, I think like you said before, know why you're doing it. I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
know that my surgeon said stop drinking 30 minutes before you eat and then don't drink until not even if you're choking, like don't even take a sip of water. So I won't even have a glass at the table. But
yeah,
I really didn't know the why. So I didn't think you could really push your food through. I thought maybe it was stretching your stomach trying to go like around the food. But
yeah,
going back to our vitamin episode, it's like a nutrient absorption thing. If you're pushing the food through, what was the point of even eating it?
yeah,
Yeah, I never thought about it that way. Hmm.
yeah. And then if you're drinking alcohol, just even occasionally, try to limit to just one small serving. Sip slowly and maybe eat a protein meal first before you're drinking alcohol.
Okay. Kind of like
So
our
that way you're
Halloween
not
episode.
drinking on an empty stomach, and you're also drinking on a fuller stomach, which will, you know, force you not to take another drink of alcohol.
Yeah, you feel too full. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
And
fair
so
point.
the other thing, like the only other things I have is like the don't, after weight loss surgery, don't drink carbonated sodas, even if it's diet. This is just a recap. Don't use carbonated beverages to fill you up. Don't drink, don't mix alcohol with carbonation. It increases absorption speed. And then don't drink on an empty stomach. And don't forget to track the hydration as part of your self care routine. And
Yeah.
that's just a recap of what we've been talking about. And that the choices that help you, we'll leave you with this. The choices that help you lose the weight are the same ones that help you keep it off. And every sip counts. Choose what supports your health and not what slows your success.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. And with that, it's just another episode.
Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We're just kind of gaining momentum on seeing how many of you are tuning in. I know we keep harping on the socials and the comments, but it's really just because we want to interact with you.
Yep.
Um, it's kind of an odd thing just to kind of talk to each other, but know, there are other people listening, but we don't get that direct contact back like Sue and I are getting with each other. So, we want to bring you into this circle, so to speak, and interact as much as we can. And right now that's just through comments until we figure out if we ever want to do this live.
We're,
But
we are. That's a goal of ours to do this live.
yeah, true. Yeah, I think we should. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yep.
Truth be told, I'm nervous every time I do this.
Yes, but I
Um,
think we're getting so much better.
yeah, I think it's just because once we start talking, it is more real and more comfortable, and you realize, we're all in the same boat, and there's like no, it's judgment free zone, so that just makes it so
Yeah.
comfortable. So, um, yeah, I'm excited. Even though I'm probably not showing it, half my face looks so serious all the time when I'm looking back at the camera, but I really am so happy to be here, and I love this sharing the
Yeah.
journey because it just helps me keep going. I mean, just knowing that anybody's listening, I think, is really helping me. So thanks,
Yep.
guys. We appreciate it.
We
And
do.
We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.